Hansel and Gretel, the card game, based on the classic fairy tale. A group of children lost in the forest, hungry, stumble across the gingerbread house and start eating the treats, until a witch comes along and tries to capture them. What's the goal of the game? The goal of the game is to escape from the witch with the most gems, which are discovered while eating treats. These are the cards with gem symbols on them, while avoiding the cards with witch hat symbols on them. The witch will capture the child that has the most witch hats. The child that ends the game with the most gems wins and lives happily ever after. Players are eating treats, which come in a range of colors and symbols. Treats also have a combination of gems and witches' hats. Some have less, some have more. If you cannot eat at least one treat, you are forced to take a witch card. This has a penalty of 2 witch hats. At the end of the game, the player with the most witch hats is captured by the witch and takes the oven card, which is a penalty of 5 gems. To assist younger or inexperienced players, the chicken bone variant can be used. This card is played whenever a witch card would be taken, with no witch hat penalty. In your turn, you must take a treat from the gingerbread house that matches the color or symbol of the card in your cleanup pile. This player first matches the yellow card, then flips the next card in the stack. They then match the candy symbol, flipping the next card in the stack, at which point there are no more matching cards. The eating phase then ends. The player cleans up their plate, placing the treats in the order eaten, and then draws a card to their hand. The player chooses a card from their hand to add to the gingerbread house. This player chooses to block the red pretzel, mindful of the next player's opportunity. This player has multiple options of play, but chooses this sequence, which allows them to take a valuable card. They then clean up their plate, draw a card. They end their turn playing a card from their hand, intentionally blocking the next player's only matching card. Because this player cannot take a matching treat and their plate is empty, they are forced to take a witch card, placing the witch card on top of their cleanup pile. The witch card is wild, so the player chooses a valuable card from their hand and continue their turn as normal. Designer perspective. Why should my game win the Canadian Game Design Award? As a father, I wanted to create a game that I could play with my boys, but still enjoy playing with my gamer friends. I aim to design a game that offers different levels of gameplay to explore as my children's cognitive skills developed. Too often, children's games are too simple for adults to find engaging, while adult games are too complex for children to grasp. This design aims to bridge the gap by creating a game that on the surface is simple to play using a pattern matching mechanic, but which hides a deeper gameplay requiring more thoughtful decisions. To this end, the game is easy to learn, while easing players into more in-depth gameplay over time. This is a reflection on how young players learn. First, they make obvious tactical choices, then as their cognitive skills develop, they recognize more strategic opportunities. For experienced players, the game challenges them to recognize the best sequence of cards to draft in the immediate and future turns, while trying to minimize their rivals' opportunities. Both the tactical and strategic elements are accommodated with a delicate balance of luck and uncertainty. A simple variant allows the game to scale up to accommodate a pure gamer crowd that greatly increases the cognitive load and decision making without changing the rules. Hansel and Gretel, the card game, is a family-oriented, fun-themed game that involves eating treats while still offering a challenging experience for the gamer crowd. Thank you for viewing my video and considering my game for the 2014 Canadian Game Design Award.